Hi, my name is Jackie Lee Price and welcome to Shadowboxing. Look at that smile, Miss GB. How are you doing?
I'm good. I feel okay. I've had time to, watch the fight back and reflect and just take it all in about the occasion that it was. And yeah, the feedback's been very positive, so I'm okay. I'm in a good place.
Firstly, congratulations, because again, you're making history, or you made history, I should say, part of all British female world championship fight. So absolutely brilliant. And also congratulations, because this was your first time, wasn't it, challenging for a world title?
Yeah.
Fantastic. So I just was thinking over the weekend how amazing it's been that not so long ago, Jane Couch was fighting for her rights to box. And then on the weekend, I see you two ladies. It was absolutely tremendous, honestly. Tremendous. So, do you know what the biggest selling dessert was over the weekend? Any ideas? Biggest selling dessert over the weekend in the UK? What do you reckon?
I'm just going to go for mine, cheesecake or ice cream.
Humble pie. Humble pie. So I've been looking at social media all weekend, and I have to say what's been brilliant about it is the people that did that have been reaching out to you, haven't they?
Yeah, to be fair, I have had a good, a positive reaction to it, and I had, some Terri Harper fans, they, congratulating me on a good fight, and just saying very nice and positive things. Now they're my fans, and it's nice to get that reaction.
So let's talk about that fight. I mean, it was edge of the seat stuff. People say that all the time, but that was the truth. I'm going to let you into a little secret, right? I was watching it over WhatsApp. Someone had it on in the television, and I was watching it over WhatsApp, and I couldn't take my eyes off the screen. It was absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Let's talk about that for a second. When was the point that you knew, I think I've got this. If I just press a little harder, I've got this?
I think the second round when we clashed heads, after that, I think I panicked a little bit. So yeah, I was a bit more cautious because I didn't want it to get any worse. And any time that we came close, I was just tucking me eye in on her so that she couldn't hit it. But then I remember Joe saying, right, she's ahead. And every time that he kept on saying, right, she's one up, I'd pull it back, and I thought, right, I think in round 7 he said she's one up. And I pulled it back, and obviously in round 8, it was when I had a brilliant round, and she almost touched down and stuff. And I knew then that I was like, right, Joe keeps on saying, like, you're a round down, and I can when I push myself and put it on her, I win the round, and he's saying you're level. So I was like, right, from round 8, I know I can do it. I've just hit it in that round. I'm gonna push on. So probably from the round 8 that I knew that at 1 I could hit her. 2, she'd felt the effects, and she was a little, and even though she'd said about me getting tired during the home straight, I think she felt it more than I did. And I believe I won round 8, round 9, and round 10 was close, but I think I won 9 as well.
So let's talk about round 1 to start off with. So you came out, you took the centre of the ring, and you were the first one to get a shot off. And there was a confidence about you that said, hold up, anybody thinks that I'm done. I'm not. Let's talk about round 8. Gorgeous round. beautiful 1-2, and then just that little step back, and you caught her when she was coming in, and like you say, I think she was then like, oh gosh, I think I'm in for a hard night tonight. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. I think round one, I wanted to get a good start, and I wanted to take the centre because I didn't know how she was going to box. So if I needed to box on the back foot, I still had that space to go. But she let me take the centre and hold it, which was even better for me, because then I could just relax and just box my way. Because, you know, like I said, I've said to you before, I hate talking about me amateur pedigree because you can't just live up that, you know what I mean? But, you know, if you want to box with me, I'll box all day because that's my bread and butter.
To be fair, I was thinking about that conversation about you talking about, you know, you don't want to have to rely on your pedigree, but it really did play a part on Saturday night. It really did play a part. And again, when you were talking about people saying in the latter rounds, because that was your first 10-rounder, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So they're talking about in the latter rounds, you're going to get tired. I did notice that it seemed to be the other way around, actually.
No, definitely. Like every time I was coming back to see it, and I was like, I think Sky said in round 7, I think it was, oh, she's getting weary, she's taking longer to get out the seat. I was just getting my gum shield in, but like it's quite funny because I felt every time I stood up, I was ready to go. I said it in the press conferences, and I had such a good training camp, and you know, I was fit. I knew I was fitter than I'd ever been before, so I knew I was only having 30 seconds rest for 12 rounds, so I knew when I had a minute I was going to be fine. So, you know, I knew it, whether they believed it or not, it didn't matter, because when I stood up for the next round, I was ready to go.
Chantelle Cameron gave me a little insight into, I don't know if she told you, into your sparring sessions. Firstly, she said people would have paid to see that sparring. And secondly, she said she has never, ever seen you, that fire in you, as much as she did in this camp. So I kind of knew, and I kind of felt going into this like, this girl's on a roll. Do you know what I mean? I mean, talk to me about those sparring sessions.
Oh, there was obviously me and Chantelle we've been friends and like know each other since the amateur days. You know, we must have been four years on GB together, so we know each other in and out. But obviously, as pros, we've progressed differently and gone different routes. But the pedigree, like you say, is still there. So, like, literally, you know, she'd have a brilliant spar, and then the next day, I'd be like, no, not letting that lie. And then I'd have a brilliant spar, and it was just tit for tat. Like literally for the whole, you know, 8 weeks we were sparring. It was literally like that. Every time we'd spar, we were sparring 3-4 times a week, doing tech work as well on other days. And yeah, we were just going through the process of she'd have a good day, I'd have a good day, she'd have a good day, I'd have a good, and it was just like that. But you know, even on our bad days, it was still a competitive spar. It was brilliant.
I can just imagine how amazing that was, though, to have your old pal back in the gym as well, spurring you on.
No, it was good. She's, you know, and not only that, like, no disrespect to Terri Harper, but I knew that Terri couldn't bring what Chantelle brings anyway. Like the relentlessness, the physical power, the strength, and the skill set. So I knew, you know, I have good spars with Chantelle. That's it's not what Terry's going to bring, and I think it's put me in good stead for the fight.
So you've had loads and loads and loads and loads of compliments coming from around the world. I did a little survey over the weekend, because here's the thing. I know you. I think that sometimes we can, when we know people, maybe be a little bit biased. So I kind of sent something out on stories, and everybody came back. Everybody came back with you, the winner. With that said, you know, you're the one who has gone home without the belts to put on your mantelpiece. Really, how frustrating is that for you?
Well, as soon as he heard the first goal, I just let go of the ref's hands because I thought, this is like, I'm not going to get it, it's a joke. And I half walked back the corner, and then he said the second score, and it was me too. So I was like, I was in limbo then because I was between the judge and Joe, and I was like, do I walk back now or what? So I just kind of hovered there, and then he said, "Oh, technical draw," and I just walked over to Joe. Then I was just like, "Oh," and just walked over to Joe. But yeah, when he said the second score, I was like, do I go? Do I not? Joe, what do I do? But it was quite funny. But yeah, no, it's mad frustrating. I wanted to come home. I wanted to share them with my family. I wanted to show my daughter. I wanted to, just have them. And it's WBC is one of the most prestigious belts in boxing. So to be able to have that, I mean, I did get a little medal, but a medal is not the belt, is it?
Yeah, 100%. 100%. So I heard today that the WBC have been discussing plans to make you mandatory for the next Terri Harper fight. Talk me through that.
Yeah, we was on just on a Zoom with Maurizio. Is it Maurizio? I can't even say it. But yeah, we was on it with the president of the WBC, and he was just we was just talking about it. He was saying it was a great advert for women's boxing, how the WBC are really pushing women's boxing and trying to develop it, and that was a great advert for it. And because it was such a great advert, they are going to be discussing plans about kind of not forcing the rematch, and they're not sure whether they're going to do that yet. They just said that it is on the agenda to talk about me and Terri Harper to see what happens. Fingers crossed that they will force the rematch.
Do you think that she'll accept the rematch?
I would like to think so. And there's always I think there's always like a little bit of a mark against your name if you don't. It's like tarnishes your reputation. Do you know what I mean? I think the same with Kell Brook and Amir Khan, and the same with if you don't accept them types of things, it does tarnish your reputation a little bit. So I'd like to think, and I'd just like to think she might want to put it right, because she made a lot of statements, and she had to go out and prove them right, and she didn't. I made statements, and I proved them right. So,
to be honest, there was a lot said about how humble you were before the fight. I remember when we had a chat, you didn't want to get drawn into a sort of me against another female kind of chat. You just wanted to get the point across that, yeah, you want to box. You kept it about boxing. So I commend you for that. I really commend you for that. So this is something that I saw on Terri Harper's Twitter today when doing some research, talking about, weight. 9 stone 6 pounds in my jollies. Featherweight, question mark, question mark, question mark. What are your thoughts?
I don't know. I don't know. I heard? I don't. Oh yeah, I don't know. If you're 9.6, then you shouldn't be struggling to make 9.4 at all. I know I'm definitely not 9.6 now. So, she wants to go down. Then the titles will be there for me to vacant, there for me to go and fight for them.
That's the other thing that people are stating as well, that they feel that she'll go up or down a weight to avoid you.
Again, it says more about her than it does about me. I've said I want to rematch. I've said, I'm willing to do it all again. 9 stone for is not easy for me to make. But you know, I said I've took on a nutritionist, I've done it properly, and I think that showed in my performance. So I can make it. There is no struggles making it. And as long as I do it right, I can perform on the night like I did. So you know, you want to do it at. I think I'm naturally a little bit heavier, but you know, you want to do it at 9'4". Let's do it at 9'4".
If you could, you know, have your dream, would you get that fight in this year?
Oh yeah, the sooner the better for me. I'm riding the crest of a wave. You've got to keep the positivity and the positive mental attitude, as they call it, going. So, you know, I'm full of confidence. My mindset being spot on. My diet's good. Everything's in positive for me. So I would be looking to get it on as soon as possible. That might not be the case for herself. She might even want a fight before that.
Yeah. It's been brilliant to see your turn over the last year. You know, the last time I spoke to you, we spoke about how difficult that loss was. But now with hindsight, do you think this is the thing that really turned it around for you?
Yeah, it's become a bit like this will be the talking point instead of Vivian Obernoff now. So everyone has kind of forgot the Obernoff thing and be like, yeah, remember the fight with Terri Harper, which is, you know, I was. It's just one of them things that was the only thing they could judge me off. So, you know, now that's done and dusted, and I've proved myself. Now I can go back and say, okay, yeah, now judge me from Terri instead of judging me from Vivian. At my best, not my worst.
Yeah, 100%. So, in your daughter's eyes now, who's still the favourite, your sister or you?
Oh, 100% my sister still. I just get no love.
Oh, bless you.
She's a mad Liverpool fan, and a mad Nikita fan. I think, like, I don't want to say a number one fan, but she definitely is up there. Maybe Maya might be the number one, but yeah, she's obsessed with Keita, and I think it is what it is with football, is that someone gave her a drum at the last match, so she was like looking at me as if to say, can I hit this? And I was like, yeah, go ahead, without a fucking match, you can do it. So she could make much noise, she could scream, she could dance, she could chant. So for her, that's exactly up her street. So she was having a ball, and that's why she loves going to the match.
What did she say to you when you got home on Sunday morning? I mean, she must have been proud.
Yeah, no, to be fair, she said to me, honest truth, she said, Mummy, I didn't watch a fight because I fell asleep on my nan's knee. But then she said, can I, because I had sunglasses on, and she said, Mummy, can I see your eye? So I took my glasses off, and then she seen it was sore. She went, oh, it's sore. And I was like, yeah, it's very sore, babe. And she said, can I give it a kiss better? She gave me a kiss better, so that was quite sweet. She's not normally that cute, but she gave it a kiss better and made me feel good.
That's beautiful. That's really beautiful. It's good to see you smiling. It's good to see you back up there, you know, back where you belong. What are you up to in the next couple of weeks? You going on holiday, or, you know, what are you up to?
I had major plans to do all kinds, and I think it just doesn't materialise. I think I might be doing some work with Sky, maybe commentating some of the female bouts that are happening over the next couple of weeks. And yeah, just you know, trying to keep myself busy and keep myself active. I'll be back in the gym. I'm having a week off, and then I'll be back in the gym once my eye goes down. I'll be back in the gym and just, you know, like keeping myself being productive, keeping my weight down.
Brilliant. It's good to hear that you're going to be doing some commentating as well. So with that said, who have you got between Cecilia Brækhus and McCaskill?
I do really rate McCaskill and a pressure, but I just think Brækhus is just too big and too strong, and got a better ring craft. And I genuinely do think she's like the greatest female boxer out there at the minute. No one, has held the titles and has got as many titles as she has, like, for so long. So yeah, I just I think Black House wins. I think Taylor doesn't have the performance that she had last time. I think she's, you know, a bit Terri Harper-ish and's got a bit between her teeth and doesn't want to let that kind of thing happen again. So she'll be looking to put on a performance and make a big statement in her next fight. Even though I think Pursoon did outstanding the first time and probably should have nicked it. I think just Taylor just puts on a performance and shows the class. So I think Taylor wins that one. And the Shannon Courtney this weekend and Rachel Ball.
That's an interesting one, isn't it?
It's so close. I do like Shannon's like work and what she does, but I have sparred Rachel before, and I know she's not the biggest puncher, but she is very technical. So, you know, Shannon likes to get in there, but Rachel want to use her long levers to keep that. I'm gonna have to go Ball. I think I'm gonna go with Ball.
A lot of people are going Ball. They think that there's going to be an upset, but we don't know. But yeah, it's going to be another exciting fight. Natasha, just brilliant to watch you this weekend. Absolutely brilliant. I'm glad you're doing really well. I'm glad you're getting little opportunities as well with Sky Sports. That's brilliant. Enjoy your time off, your little week off, and then get back onto it. Thanks ever so much for giving us your time.
Oh, cheers. Thank you very much for having me. And thanks for the support.
If you like this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber of Shadowboxer UK, we'd love to see you, so please go ahead and subscribe now.